Hi, I'm Janice Jakes, the owner of the FitnessFest Conference and Expo and the creator and founder of Aqua Progression's Aqua certification. And I'm here today to talk about the cross-country ski. If you've taught before, you know what it is. However, how do you cue it? Are there different arm patterns that you use? I'm going to show you 10 different arm patterns and talk about alignment and posture and range of motion, which is crucial when you're really being a good instructor talking to your students. So here we go. When I start off with a new student or a new class, or I feel like my current students are really not having the proper form and alignment that I want, then I always start by just having my hands on my hips, having them have their hands on their hips. The front foot is flat and you're on the ball of the foot in the back. Both feet land on the floor at the same time. The back leg is not up. That is not a cross-country ski, okay? Navel to spine, shoulders back. Not much hyperextension on the low back, maybe 8 to 10 degrees. So you don't want to be here and you don't want to be back here. Range of motion on the legs. It's however far they can go before pain. So this would be too much. I often see students, their stride, their stance, their legs are only that far apart. Most of the time they can go much further range of motion than that. So you really want to be aware of that. You should be looking at your students, every single one of them, through the entire class. Okay, so here we go. Cross-country ski, starting with hands on hips, because once you start adding an arm pattern, the legs tend to go if they don't really know how they should be landing. The alignment, ears over hips. Again, flat foot in the front, ball of the foot in the back. And then they swap. And I try to keep that range of motion on my lower body. Okay? Now, I'm a little bit going ball of the foot to the heel in the front. So you want to make sure that is not stressing out their ankles or their calves. So you also want to monitor how they're going to want to monitor how they feel. So this is how, again, I start hands on hips. Okay, we're going to add some short levers. Bent elbows. I'm slicing right now. That's an easy arm pattern. I'm doing the same legs. My leg is coming back far enough that I'm already engaging my glute muscles a little bit. My belly button I'm working my core. I can also, number 3, close my fists. Okay, that is an easy arm pattern too. Good way to warm your students up for the cross-country ski or for the class. My elbows are still bent. I could also straighten out my elbows. My fists are still closed. A fuller range of motion on the arms. I could also slice with a fuller range of motion on the arms. So my levers now, my elbows are straight, so longer levers. So a teeny bit harder, not a lot. So I'm going to stop for a second and show you another arm pattern that will increase intensity a little bit. One hand is in front. So when you change the arm pattern the legs are the same. Cross-country ski, the legs are the same. When you change the arm pattern, it changes the move. Now I want to make sure you know that you're not going to put this all together all at once. Maybe you're going to go back and forth with it, or maybe one class you're doing 4 or 5 of these arm patterns, and the next class you do some different ones. So hopefully it's obvious that you're not doing all these arm moves with the cross-country ski all together like I'm doing in this video. I'm just trying to show you at least 10 moves for the cross-country ski. Same legs, different arms. So here we go. So longer levers, that means the elbows, that means the wrists too. I so notice that students tend to go like this. If you have a stiffer, stronger wrist, it's going to be more intense. So we're adding some intensity to the cross-country ski. The legs are the same. The alignment is the same, navel to spine. So I'm going to keep my fingers together, but you could also separate them. And you always want to do this yourself in the pool if you never have, to see how you feel. If you don't know how it feels, you're not going to be able to cue them or teach them. The other arm's going to come all the way back. You want to really do that tricep extension, get some posterior delts. Don't turn the wrist up. I see that a lot too. Not sure why our students do that. So full range of motion, one arm at a time. So here we go. I'm not turning my palms. Okay, this adds so much more intensity to this move. I am really working the front of my shoulders, my anterior delts. My core is working, my tricep extension. Now, if I'm in the water teaching, which only happens when I have a small class, I sometimes get behind my student and have them slap my hand because typically they don't take advantage of that beautiful resistance and that tricep extension there. So there you go. I'm going to change the arm pattern again. Both arms same time. Yes, that changes the move. I'm working my core a little bit more. I'm still doing that tricep extension. My levers are long. My elbows are straight. My wrists are straight and strong. So both arms same time. Woo, got me winded a little bit. So there's another move. Okay, we're going to do a breaststroke, okay? Thumbs are up for safety, shoulder safety. That's a little bit conservative, but you want to start that out, especially if you know your student has some shoulder issues. If they don't and you want to flatten it out, that's okay. But I am going to have thumbs up for shoulder safety. So again, same legs, push it out, squeeze. So I'm opening my chest and squeezing probably my rhomboids, my shoulder blades together. Okay, big. I'm creating white water. Same leg pattern. Okay, and then I'm going to flatten my thumbs out a little bit if I've got decent shoulders. So breaststroke arms with a cross-country ski. I'm now going to do, you always want to get some back movement, right? So to the back. What I cue on this, and sometimes if I'm teaching on the deck, which I usually am, I'll get behind the class and I'll see, are they touching their palms? Are they touching all 10 fingers? I'll cue touch right pinky to left pinky, right thumb to right thumb. Now, if they physically can't, that's okay. But if you cue that, they're going to attempt it. And that's what we want. We want to get the most out of our students, okay? The most that they can do. So not too much, but push them to their personal potential. So you want to get that arm move behind you. So again, I cue, try to touch the palms, try to touch all the fingers. A lot of our students may not be able to do that, but if they keep trying, they will probably get a little bit better at it, or at least they'll maintain that range of motion back there. So we're going to continue with the cross-country ski. We're going to do cross arms. So the legs are going this way, the arms are going that way, which is a little bit of a brain work too, which is nice. So if you notice, I'm turning my palms in, then I'm turning my palms out. Turning my palms in, turning my palms out. Okay, my fingers are together, but I could also do this, which I call bear claws. I think I just gave you 11 moves instead of 10. No extra charge. So in, out. So notice I'm coming all the way up. Our students tend not to. Why not? You didn't get all dressed up for nothing. So take advantage of this resistance. I'm going to now shorten my levers, but I'm really going to do a little bit different of a power move because I'm going to do a cross-country ski with a punch, and then I'll do a twist. So my levers are short. My bicep is contracted. I'm making a fist. Elbows come back. Punch, punch, punch. But I'm not straightening my arm out. So I'm trying to contract. I'm trying to do an isometric contraction with my bicep the whole time. This arm move is not taking advantage of the water's resistance. That's okay sometimes. That's okay. I'm going to add a twist. Before I do, I want to make sure that my students' backs are strong enough that they can do that. So I may start back with the hands on hips and go slow and go slow. You want them to twist or rotate or turn from the oblique muscles as opposed from torquing in the back, from the back muscles. So twist, start slow. If they feel okay with it, you may want to add a little momentum. Boom, bam, boom, bam, boom. And those were your at least 10 moves, different arm patterns for the cross-country ski. Remember, be aware of what your students are doing in the water, what they're looking like, their alignment, their posture, their range of motion. Have fun with it. It's an excellent form of teaching. Thanks.